Okay, everybody, welcome back. If you missed the first video, it was just kind of a real quick on how to join an alliance so that you speed things up a little bit better for you. If you missed that one, go ahead and go back and watch it. This second video now is, okay, we want to be as strong as possible now. So what's the quickest ways to build up our strength so that we can, as that our bubble that we found out from the last video, our little shield is only going to last for one more day before people can start attacking me. So I've done step one where I've joined an alliance and now I'm safe from some attacks, at least where I've got some people to help protect me. Now what's step two? What can I do for myself instead of just relying on my alliance here? One of the things you want to focus on is your troops. This is going to help build up your strength bigger than just about anything else. Now there's certain components to this. So when I see this little bubble here, that means I've already built some troops. So let's click on that. It tells me how much my CP just went up by building those troops. So if I come to my fighter camp here, it's telling me these little Z's that it's not doing anything. Okay, I don't have any troops in training right now. So let's click on that. Let's click on train. And this is where it shows us all the different levels of troops that we could do. It goes all the way up to level 10. But because my building is only at whatever level it said it was, 4, I can only train level 2s. If you can see, I already have 113 level 1s though. Okay, so at some point, not right now, but at some point, instead of building new guys, I'm going to want to click on him and upgrade him to a level 2. Okay, so that's not available to me yet, so don't worry about it. You'll get a little arrow and we'll show you here in a minute. But at some point, as I build up my number of troops, you're going to want to go back, say I'm at like a level 5, you're going to want to go back and make sure that these are all zeros and you've upgraded them all up to your current level, okay? That's one of the biggest complaints, that the higher ups in your alliance, they're going to get mad when you send off a troop, you know, a car with your troops in it to help them, but you've got a bunch of level 1s, okay? You're going to kill off their guys because they're weak, okay? So for now, I just need more troops. I just need as many troops as possible right now. So I don't care that I have a level 1s. It's just, let's get them training. So as you can see, I've got 32 minutes and 50 some odd seconds left. You can if you need to. So if you want to do this up front to get as many troops up as possible, but since I'm in a bubble, I don't really care yet. But this is going to determine what level of zombies I can attack. So that's a possibility. So you can click on speed ups, and you do have the ones with the helmet are troop specific speed ups, and then these are general speed ups. I usually like to use these general ones more for the more construction speed ups, but it just depends on what you need to do at the time. So I'll leave that to you. So right now I have 6 5-minute speed ups that I could do. So 30 minutes worth of speed ups. I could get that down to 2 minutes if I wanted to. Don't really care at the moment though, okay? So always be training troops. If you've got the resources for it, always be training troops, okay? So what's gonna happen as I progress, maybe you're further along, maybe you're somewhere along, but there's gonna be another troop training center right here. And then there's going to be another troop training center right here. So you're going to end up having 3 different troop centers that make different types of, you've got little fighters, you've got shooters, and you've got riders. Okay, and that's different in every language, so I apologize. But you will have 3 different ones that you can go through. So you want to keep troops being built in all 3 of those centers as much as possible. Okay, your second component to this is, okay, we need troops, yes, as high of a level of troop as possible. So again, I want to click on it. I want to upgrade it. It is a 5-minute upgrade. Let's see how fast my alliance helps me out with this. And done. Almost 30 seconds. You know, there we go. Now that I'm a level 5, did that change anything for me? Nope. I need level 7. Okay, so if I can hurry and upgrade this as fast as possible, maybe I can get to level 7 here with what? It'll give you a limit with depending on what your watchtower is at, but you're going to want to upgrade these as fast as possible. Get these levels up. So if I wanted to, I can do a speed up and I could do a construction build up. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll just do that just to kind of show you. So now it's done. I'm a level 6 now. Will it let me? Yep. So let's do another upgrade. Let's see if my people will help me here. So if you have run out of speed ups because you're cruising through here in your little black market, usually you can come through. So I get free energy today. Great. So usually in here, maybe we can get some speed ups if you want to use your rubies for them. It just depends on if you want to use your rubies. I think there's better reasons than right now. Well, maybe for a little while you've got some time that maybe you can be using your rubies here initially to help build up your troops. That's fine if you want to play it that route. I generally like to save them for some more things like, you know, the puzzle pieces, which help you gain heroes, which we'll talk about in a minute. But as you hit that help button, you're going to build up coins in this alliance shop. So these you're going to replenish a lot easier than rubies. So if you save up to these speed ups, then great. So here pretty soon I'm going to get a 1 hour speed up. So that's an option. So step number 1, build up your troops. Always have troops being in training. Step 2, bump these training centers up as high as possible. Keep them going as high as it will allow you until your watchtower limits you. Let's do this again and see if, I'm not sure what level it forced. Okay, there we go. So now I can't upgrade it anymore. I need watchtower level 8 before I can upgrade this again. Okay, but I at least have it maxed out for right now that I know I can make. There you go. So now I have access to level 3s. Okay, so right off the bat here, pretty quick, within a couple of minutes, I've upgraded to a level 3, and now I need to, you know, at some point here, I can start upgrading these guys up to the higher levels, but again, not right now. So the key with that is when you come over here to your car and you look at details and things, it tells you all the structural components of your thing, what level, what CP it's at. I'm at a level 1 because I can't upgrade it yet, obviously. So when you click on troop, and you can see over here that because of the heroes that I have, I can have 589 troops in this car. Okay, I can deploy 589, but I only have 141. So that's why, again, if you have a bunch of level 1s, you don't necessarily want to upgrade them to level 3s yet, because I don't have enough to fill my car. So the first step is to just fill your car. So there's some debate here on what people should do. So some people say just click down on the level 1s or the level 2s because they're faster. You know, because if I'm doing level 2s and it's taking a half hour, let's speed this up just for sake of. So it's an hour and 17 minutes to get a level 3. So, okay, I've got a bubble for another day, whereas I think it's 3 days, I think is what they allow you at first, but don't quote me on that. Whereas it only takes 37 minutes to make a level 1. So do I just make a whole bunch of level 1s so I fill my car? That's a good question. So that might be a good video to be like, okay, if I have 500 level 1s, how many level 3s would I need to have the same power? You know, kind of an idea. So I haven't run those numbers. That's something to kind of take a look at though. But some people argue, just go ahead and make a whole bunch of level 1s, level 2s. You know, level 2s are 55 minutes. Pound out a whole bunch of lower levels, and then you'd upgrade them later on. It's probably better that you have a whole bunch of troops, even though they're weaker, than to barely have any troops that are a little bit stronger. Like I think it's more beneficial to have more troops. But that's, again, maybe there's some numbers out there. Somebody's done the math for us. I'm not sure. But that's step 1. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to do some level 1s. Again, I'm not sure about how the math plays out here. So to finish the video up, I just wanted to show you guys my main account where I'm a watchtower level 27. So I've still got a little bit of work to do on this. But if we come over to our soldiers now, so now you can kind of see that full setup where you've got your fighters, your shooters, and your riders. Okay, so as you can see, we're into the hours now, and I don't know how many it's gone by, but to get the leveling up I need now, it's 10-12 hours, you know, to get these soldiers up. So if we look at our fighter camp, so I have it all the way up to a level 9. Okay, so I wanted to be able to show you the upgrade function. So I told you earlier on in a video that you'll see these little green arrows, and that will mean that you can promote that soldier up to your current level. So that's what I'm doing right now, is I'm promoting. So this is like I said, a super valuable feature. If you are going into rallies and you have a whole bunch of super low level guys and you're sending, you know, level 1, level 2s in all the way up to level 5 or 6, you're going to piss off some people because you're sending weak troops into these higher level battles. Okay, so make sure you are removing these guys and you're promoting them. So you can see I've got 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, I've upgraded all of them to the point where I've been upgrading these higher levels to get to my highest level. Okay, so anytime you see this arrow, once you have enough troops to fill your car, we'll jump over and I'll show you that real quick. But make sure you're upgrading when you fill those cars, okay? So to do that, you're gonna click on your green arrow, and then there's this arrow that will be orange, and you'll click that, and then down here, instead of saying train, it'll say promote. Okay, so then you click on that. So that's where, let's actually see if we can actually do it here. There we go. So to actually promote your heroes, what you're gonna do is you're gonna click on this green arrow guy, then you see this little orange arrow, you'll click on that, and then it asks you if you wanna promote. Okay, so that'll promote your level 7 to a level 9, for example. So then you just promote it. Now, like I said, we wanna get these guys up there as soon as possible, so I would be doing that as much as you can. The key with this though, is when this finishes, this guy is still gonna be lit up. So if you hit to train as your next button, you're gonna train these guys when you're gonna wanna do these guys. So make sure you're paying attention to what's highlighted and you highlight it to do the thing that you want it to do. If you wanna keep promoting these guys, make sure you then go, oh, time to promote arrow, not train, okay? Make sure you do that, because then you're just gonna train more of these guys, and then you've got that much more that you have to update. So be aware of that. So let's go over to our trucks now that I'm talking about. So one of the arguments that people will make is to put your strongest car in the 4th place, because that's the one that when you do rallies, it automatically pulls from. I didn't do that for a long time, and I don't know if it really mattered, but I'm sure I kind of hindered the rallies that people were sending out, because I was sending out for these guys, for example, a 2.6 million powered car versus a 12.6 million. So that's, it's a big difference for these people trying to do these higher level rallies. So I went ahead and switched mine. It took me a while to get accustomed to sending out my 4th car instead of my 1st car, but there it is. So if we go into my car here and we look at how many troops it can hold, this guy can hold 6,842 troops because of how many troops each one of these heroes has been upgraded to be able to hold. And then how many, like my, the military center and all these different things. Like, there's a lot of players that are going to help bump this number up. Okay, so it shows me in here how many I have of these 2 different types of fighters. So really, I don't, those are what the game is picking, or what's left over, kind of a thing. But if this number, or if this isn't full, if this number is lower than this number, that's when you probably just want to make troops. Okay, get the car full. So if all my cars are full like this, I have 4 of them. So if all my cars are full, then it's start upgrading your troops, because it's full. So yes, it's nice to have more troops available, but you also want as strong a troops as possible. So if I only had 4,000 troops, it doesn't really make sense for me to upgrade my troops, like promote them wise, when I'm not even filling up a car yet. So fill up your car first and then start promoting people like crazy. So pay attention to that number, because that's going to be a big player. So again, to finish out the video with your troops, build them up as much as you can. Get that building as high until it tells you that, the next watchtower is required. Okay, and I should have, so this guy I can still upgrade. So that's probably in the next on my list, it's a 26 instead of a 27. And then I'm really behind on this one, so it's a 25. So I can get up to 27 before. So that is my next priority. Okay, I'm upgrading my military center and my alliance hall. So I'm doing things that are worthwhile too. We'll talk about those in another video. But at least I'm upgrading something worthwhile that plays a role in my power. So work on upgrading your buildings so that you can build as high of a level of troop as possible. And then once your cars are full, start promoting them from a level 1 and a level 2 up to a 3, 4, 5, whatever level you're on. So try and get all your guys up to as high of a level as possible. That's going to maximize your power, and that's going to build up your strength as fast as possible. Is make sure you're upgrading these troops. Okay, so in the next video, we are going to talk about the heroes and their role that they play, so come back for that one.